feel like if you're not like mentally like strong enough, it can really break you.
No, but for me, like compared to getting 100K, getting 1 million just for some reason didn't feel as good.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
No, definitely not.
It just felt like it ticked over, you know?
Yeah,
It's like when like your car hit like 100,000 miles, like
and it's just like I feel like mental health and just taking care of your mental health is like such an important thing to think about when you're becoming a YouTuber. And nobody really thinks about that when they say, "Oh yeah, I want to be a YouTuber." Like
you've certainly got to grow a thick skin. I mean, I do read most of my comments on my videos. I feel like when I make a video, it's like hosting a party, and you want to be there for the party. You don't want to just make a video and then fuck off. You want to actually be there for the house party, mingle with the guests, and then go to sleep at 4 a.m. And I love that, but if you do read the comments, there'll always be the ones that are like, "Oh, you're fat now."
Your comments are fucking brutal.
Yeah, you look like someone said you look like a retarded Elon Musk.
Oh my god!
Okay, those are funny though. I think it's the ones where they do like just the littlest jab that really gets you. Where they might have said something about that one thing in the video you were insecure about, and it just ruins you. You're like, "Fuck, my whole day is ruined because of that one comment who just hit the right thing and didn't want them."
I mean, I got my fair share of that when I was on your journey across Japan videos.
Well, I think you always get it when, as a new person on the channel, like a few guests got that. It wasn't just you on Journey Across Japan, Joey. Like my good friend Pete, who I do the podcast with, he got that as well because he was a new guest and he's very different. And you're always going to get that, I think.
I mean, how do you guys deal with hate comments or like?
I don't.
I feel like as a YouTuber, what a normal person would consider hate and what a YouTuber would consider, you have to really push that goal to like further. Because if you consider even the slightest thing hate, you're gonna
right. That's the thing, right? It depends. Like it depends on what they say, right? If it's something like very like opinionated, like I just don't like so and so because I just don't. Yeah. And it's like you can't really do anything about it because that's just their opinion. But when it's like really persistent and really petty, that's when you're like, okay, like what's your issue?
I find some of those funny. It's like I said earlier, the ones where they just find that one thing you're worried about.
That specific thing.
They somehow find it.
They know what you're insecure about. There's that one thing. Like you can have like the worst hate comment in the world. Sometimes like a one sentence comment just like bothers you for the entire day. And they're like,
I've had comments that like, "You're an asshole." I'm like, that's funny. But then they'll just like that. I can't remember what it was. I read one recently. I was like, "Fuck you, you got me, bitch. I hate you so much." What was it?
So what are you, my therapist?
It was like that, right? They just hit you in like where you were insecure about it, and you're like, "God damn it!" Like they got it. But you just kind of learn like, all right, that sucks, but I've got to get on with it, right? If I let it affect the videos, then you know,
I mean, that's what
I'm doing, right?
I feel like the craze, that phase is over, but hate mail, reading those videos, hate mail, those are really fun. I feel like you can't really do it anymore. I feel like it happened like 3 years ago.
It was really popular in like 2000.
It was,
I did one like 3 years ago.
Well, I've done 3 videos and rode that wave, and viewers always loved it. Because the comments I used to get were just ridiculous. Like, I hate British men that speaks with the mouth like Pitbull was one of them.
What? Verbatim quote that one. Like
that was so good. It's like, okay.
Some hate comments are just like so brilliant you want to like put on a t-shirt.
I know, right?
That's when you pin the good comments.
Yeah.
Such a good insult. You're like, I'm gonna pin that.
I used to hate everyone that called me a faggot. I hate the word faggot. I got that a lot.
Who called you that?
Yeah, you are a fucking faggot. And because in the UK we have faggots, which are like meatballs. Right? I'm not a meatball. I'm like, oh right, North America, it's much.
Yeah.
That word always drove me up the wall. But yeah, it's just
because I feel like
you adapt, right? You adapt, you learn.
You have to.
I mean, it kind of sucks, right? Because like anyone, like any influencer, I gotta hate using that word, but like
dirty word.
Oh, the words I don't want to be associated with me, but still is associated with me.
My second least favorite word next to content creator.
But like a lot of questions I get from like other smaller creators, like how would you deal with hate comments? How did you not let that affect you? And I think it fucking sucks that all you can say is you get used to it, and that's not a solution. That's a fucking coping mechanism.
It's sad,
you know what I
it's
mean?
a part of the job.
Yeah.
Do you remember when you started uploading first and you got that first dislike? And you were like, who fucking did this? Why did you, who disliked this? How? And then now you just accept that for some reason you'll have 1,000 and you're not really sure why you have 1,000, but you're like, that's normal. I expect 1,000. And then when you don't get 1,000.
But when you think about it, like, when you think about 1,000 people surrounding you who just fucking dislike you, it's like, okay.
It's weird, but I remember there would be like, I had a friend who, when they started out, they had like a mental breakdown when they got a dislike. They were like, who disliked it? No one in the comments said they disliked it. Who did this? Why did they do it? And it's like, you just got to deal with it. Like, you just got to get over it. I'm sorry, man.
No, because like, I remember one of the hardest lessons I had to learn was just learning that you can't please everyone.
Yeah.
And there, especially like, I remember a point when it seemed like everyone was positive about what you were doing. You know, you didn't really get.
That's how it is.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. And then you reach this point when people just start hating you, like as a person, or like they personally dislike your personality or something about you, and you're like, I don't know why you dislike me. I've never met you. I've never seen you, but you seem to dislike me. And I'm just like, having to learn that there are just going to be people that dislike you is like one of the hardest things I've had to learn.
It's still a thing I think I still like have to like come to terms with. Is that like some people are just going to dislike you. Yeah, right? And it sucks that you have to accept that, right?
I feel especially when, like, you know, when again, like, because the large majority of YouTube is American, and I don't want to say like Americans don't get sarcasm, but a lot of them don't. And unfortunately, all four of us are very well versed in that.
When you do any form of jokes, right, it could fall flat, and to that person,
I think